Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's keep it going. Let's get the action going into Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Let's break this game down. I'm going to give you guys my best bets. We're going to have 5 best bets and things that I'm looking forward in targeting within this primetime matchup. If you guys will rock with me for the Week 3 picks, we're off to a good start. We got to close the deal. We got a lot of open parlay cards. Wishing you guys all the success as well. Hopefully we were able to cash a lot of tickets, and let's get into the picks. But before we do, make sure you subscribe and like this video right down below. The picks here are totally free. All I ask is you guys watch the video and please smash that like button, okay? Also, if you do want to hop on over to the Discord, there is a link down below in the description. It's totally free, as well as if you want to become a channel member and give back to the program, links down below in the description. So that's what we are going on. Let's get into it. Let's look into Outlier, where we're going to be breaking down this game. We can see Kansas City right now, a $1.65 money line favorite on the road, playing the Atlanta Falcons, fresh off a comeback victory against the Philadelphia Eagles. And we have KC laying 3 points in this contest as well. Now, we were able to see Kirk Cousins kind of fire back, get some momentum late in that game. However, when it comes down to it, guys, this is where we look at Kansas City in prime time. I really do like the Chiefs here in this spot. I think 3 points is a value. It's something where if we haven't seen that Atlanta Falcons upset in Philadelphia, I think this line would be a lot longer. And this is something where, despite not having Isaiah Pacheco in the fold, it's still Mahomes and Andy Reid in prime time going against a hobbled Kirk Cousins. I think this is something where we see Carson Steele is going to step up. They did sign Kareem Hunt and Samaje Perine. That's going to be something where we see a lot of active movement within that backfield rotation. But we'll get into some of the props we got going on later. But I do like Kansas City at this key number. Take them -3. That will be my best bet for this contest. We can see right now as well within this game, you can see the way that the money's moving. 94% of the money is on the Chiefs, despite having a little bit more of the betting tickets on to the Falcons in terms of the money line and in the spread. The money is conversely on the Atlanta Falcons. So there's really no edge if we look into the betting splits, but thing you got to understand about primetime games, for the majority of the time, there's going to be sharps on both sides of the equation. I don't really see this being the end-all, be-all. For me, it's more so a tiebreaker unless I see some really crazy, odd movement. I do defer to kind of where the money's headed, all right? But that's kind of where we're at. Also, I do want to share with you guys, I am on the under, okay? The under in the last Kansas City Chiefs games against top 10 scoring defense. The under has hit 6 of its last 8 games. And also, this is something where we look into Kansas City in terms of why I would bet them against the spread. Well, they're 8 out of their last 9. That is about 90% that they've won against top 10 scoring defense teams, and that's what the Falcons come in here with. And also, the Atlanta Falcons, 5-13 in their last 18 games against the spread. Okay, just overall 27.8% within that trend. So I am going to be taking the Chiefs -3. I know it's not the 2.5. It's not what you want to be doing. A lot of people, too, will look to cross over that 0, take a same-game teaser, and take the Chiefs over the 0 +3. And you can couple that with the Chiefs right there at around under 53, having that same-game teaser. I'm not opposed to that. I do that from time to time. It's not a good idea to go and make a habit of crossing that 0 if you are going to lay teasers. But that's just kind of where statistically teasers work out. I do see this also being something where, yes, I like the Chiefs. So maybe instead of going across that 0, I do like taking the Chiefs money line and coupling that with the under 52.5 if you want to do a same game parlay. It's a little bit better, a little bit more value than taking that same game teaser because, quite frankly, I don't think we're going to need the 3 points, so why lose all that value? So if you take that, you will get a plus price, and that's kind of how I would attack that as well. Okay, so let's get into some of the props, and this is something where we're going to look into Travis Kelce. Now, Travis Kelce, for one, this is something where we look into his stat line, and a lot of people are going to be targeting Rashee Rice and going with the more trendy options. We are going to do that a little bit, but this is just a play or reversion to the mean. Kelce was one of my high draft picks in a lot of my fantasy leagues, just fell into my lap late into the second round, so I had to take him. But we do look at Kelce right now in his first 2 games of action, kind of outliers, right? He's starting off the worst campaign of his basically career, except for his rookie season. But now we see him against the Ravens. 3 receptions with only 34 yards and 1 reception with 5 yards against the Bengals, conversely. So when it comes to Kelce, one thing we've noticed is Well, for instance, the Ravens have one of the worst defenses statistically in the NFL right now. They're seemingly taking it to the Dallas Cowboys. So I do look for a reversion to happen. The interesting thing about that Ravens game was he did have a chunk gain, 23 yards within one reception. Okay, but in this game, we could go Travis Kelce over longest reception. We could also go Travis Kelce over receptions. I do think this is a Kelce spot, but also I don't really trust the fact that we may not get a lot of targets for whatever reason it may be. So I am going to attack the Travis Kelce prop market by going for the anytime touchdown. Right now, you can find that and shop around for the best number. It is a plus number, though, if you do want to get it. I think at this moment in time, which I think is extreme value for Travis Kelce. He's going to find the end zone. Mahomes is his boy. It's been 2 games where he hasn't hit pay dirt, and I look for him to bounce back in the spot. So let's take Travis Kelce anytime touchdown. Also, we're going to stay with the Chiefs in this one, which I do favor them getting more red zone carries. But this is something where we look into this game and what has happened. If you guys watch my channel, you know about my parlay that I had where I wasn't able to cash. And Isaiah Pacheco was the only anytime touchdown scorer I needed to cash a 5 or 6 leg anytime touchdown scorer parlay. That would have paid into the multiple digits. But nonetheless, this is where, despite him having 7 carries within the 5-yard line, just was not able to convert it into 6. And this is something where the trends do back it up. We see Kansas City struggling in the red zone. This is where the defense has pulled them out and kept them alive, and that's how Kansas City, also, if you do believe in a Taylor Swift narrative, the referees have been on their side as well. But the Chiefs have been kind of ineffective in the red zone. Okay, that's something where we look into it, and I think that the Falcons have a strong enough defense where this is going to give way to the under, but I do see Kansas City getting the ball inside the 10-yard line. Possibly even inside the 5, and I do think that they're going to reward the rookie here in this spot. I see some value, so take the Carson Steele anytime touchdown. I think it's plus 175 I was able to grab. I think that's extreme value because if they do get within the 3, that power back is definitely going to get the ball, and I see him eventually getting rewarded for his long efforts within pass blocking and just being a good fit for the Chiefs and their scheme in his rookie campaign. So those are 2 anytime touchdowns that I'm going to be backing. Also, Bijan Robinson. This is something where I think that the number right now, over 102.5 rushing and receiving yards combo. I think that's something where it's a little bit low. I know it's chalky. Everybody's going to be on Bijan in terms of betting the props. It's going to be a heavy handle. But if we look into his game log, you can see kind of what I'm talking about. He's only getting 14, 18 carries, but those carries have been effective. He's averaging quite a bit of yards, 6.9 and 3.8 conversely. So kind of really getting it done on both sides of being a running back, on the ground rushing as well as out of the backfield catching passes, averaging 5 targets a game with 4.5 receptions per game. He had 4 in one and 5 in another, adding another 25 and 43 respectively in terms of receiving yards. I think that Bijan is going to get into possibly a 50-50 game. But anyways, I still think it's value. If he busts one long run, if he does get close to 100 on the ground, I think Bijan Robinson goes over the 102.5 receiving and rushing combo. So that'll be my best bets. That's my breakdown. I hope you guys are all doing well with your tickets and your plays for today. Make sure you subscribe right down below on your way out. But thanks for watching. Remember to smash that like button as well. Good luck with primetime and Sunday Night Football. And this is a recap of my best bets where I went over and all the analysis within that during this video. So hope you enjoyed this. Remember to subscribe, follow me on X, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.